Right, so we'll get on with the first tobacco. This is Lane's Black Cavendish. It's sold in the UK under the name of Century, although I have noticed a few shops sell it as under their own brand name. Now, this is an extremely dark Cavendish tobacco. It's very, very sticky. Resembles the Cavendish found in almost every single American aromatic, and quite a lot of aromatics, to be honest, not just American. I've got some Danish mixtures with it in, some Dutch mixtures, but it's a very sticky, very sweet smelling tobacco. It's got kind of a sweet, sugary, but almost raisiny sort of a smell to it. The tobacco tastes very sweet. I'm not chewing it, just rubbing it on my tongue. So yeah, so I'm going to. I've already loaded it up, ready to go. So I've half packed it into one of my 6-inch Wilson clays. So I'm going to get this going, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit of information I found out about the Lane's Black Cavendish and the American process for producing this tobacco. It's a very, very, very smooth tobacco. As you've probably assumed, it's a little bit hard to keep it lit. Has a very smooth, creamy taste to it. It doesn't want to stay lit! It's the problem I'm going to have, I think. But that raisiny sort of taste does come across in the tobacco. Kind of like cream and raisins. And a very, very smooth smoke. Not a lot of body to it. It's a lovely taste. Right. So what makes an American Cavendish? Can bite your tongue if you pull it a little bit too hard. But right, so the Lane's Black Cavendish is made from fire-cured Virginias. There's not much use of any burley in this blend. It's all kind of dark Virginias and Kentuckys. So what happens is the tobaccos are compressed into a block that are kind of 1 inch thick. They're then sweetened, dipped in sort of like sugars and molasses and syrups and things like that. They're steamed, and then they're left to age. The steaming kind of removes a lot of the stronger aspects of the tobacco, makes it a lot smoother and allows the sugars to kind of seep back into the tobacco. This produces a very, very sweet aromatic smoke, and it is a very, very cool, easy to smoke tobacco. The problem is, it's hard to keep lit. In the past with their black spice, I found that the big bold pipe works really well. But no, the Lane tobacco, say, compressed into a block, steamed, sweetened, left to mature, then it's cased and blended. This obviously has just been cased, put into more sugars, more molasses, broken down, shipped out. A lot of people use this in their own homemade mixtures, but it's a very, very sweet tobacco. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke my way through this bowl. I'm probably going to end up using this whole box of matches with it, and I'm going to attempt to try and explain the flavours to you. So I'm going to crack on with this. I've still got to finish writing my leading article for the beginning of this piece, but I will be back very shortly, and I will tell you exactly how I'm getting on with it. I'm about halfway through now. Burn's improved a lot. Once you get it going, you've got it going, sort of thing. Having to resist the temptation to chew on the end of the pipe like I do with my briars. Getting a lot more, the raisin flavours coming through a lot more. There's some of the dried fruits, kind of almost fig, I guess a fig sort of taste in the background. But no, it's smoking well. There's a little hint of burnt sugar there as well. I wonder why that is. But no, still very smooth, very, very sweet. It's getting a little bit hot. It's burning away to a lovely white ash inside. But no. Right, I'll see you again in a moment. Right, so I'm coming to the end of the Lane's Black Cavendish now. It's getting that typical finish you get to a lot of American style aromatics. It's getting a little bit bitter, a little bit almost peppery sort of thing, burning quite hot. This clay pipe is on fire. Although I am getting a few more complexities, little subtle complexities in flavour. There's some plums, some raisins, kind of sweet leathers that's with the cream, hints of figs, and then bits of berry. I mean, it could almost be like a cherry berry sort of hint to it. It's not a prominent taste, but no, it's dying out now. It's burned away to a nice white ash in parts. There's a few bits where the Cavendish hasn't burnt properly, but no, it's good to see what it's like. It's good to smoke on its own. Not a very complex smoke. A bit boring, really. But no, every light's just literally catching the last shards inside. So I'm going to round that up then with Lane's American style Black Cavendish. It's a very, very smooth smoke. Once you get it going, it stays lit quite well. I think the small aperture in that little clay doesn't help, to be honest. But no, it's a very sweet, very smooth tobacco. It's kind of got creamy, like I say, creamy, figgy, fruity sort of taste to it. Needs a flavouring to be on it, to be honest. But for a tobacco on its own, it's not something which I'd go around and smoke neat, to be honest. I can see why so many people cut Cavendishes in with the mixture. It just gives it a fuse, really. But no, I mean, it needs something with it, to be honest. If it isn't cased, you need to cut it down with some other tobaccos. But yeah, so no, it's a very, very, very nice tobacco. Very mild. I'd hardly feel like I've smoked anything. I mean, my tongue's a little bit warm. That could be solved with a bit of water. No. Right, so I'm gonna let my tongue and my palate rest for the next couple of hours. I'm not really going to smoke anything. I'm going to drink quite a bit of water. Try and adjust myself to not tasting this tobacco. And then I shall be back hopefully in the next 2 hours or so, and I'm going to jump straight in with Gauss DVC. So I'll catch up with you in a couple of hours time, and like I say, we'll go through Gower's Dark Virginia Cavendish, and I'm going to try my best to get my head round exactly what classed this tobacco as. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of hours.